everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby. I had a customer get a hold of me a couple of days ago and had a good idea for a how-to video. I have a lot of ideas here that people have submitted, but anyways, it involved the installation of the Kato lighting kits in the Kato cars. And that is the single kit, and the 12 is the 6-pack. These numbers here are DCC compatible, so you can put them on DC or DCC. So let me show you some tools we need, and let's get into this. Okay, depending on how many cars you're going to do, you're going to need either the 11-211, which is, as I said, is a single, or you're going to need the 11-212, which is a 6-pack. You're also going to need the Kato car, or Kato car. Kato, Kato, tomato, tomato. You'll find me doing Kato a lot, if you haven't already. I prefer Radio Shack's rosin soldering flux, number 64022. I don't know if we can still get this or not, but there's enough of it in there for a lifetime. In fact, I'll open it up here if I can and show it to you. I keep a toothpick in there to put it on. You will need some solder. This particular solder I have here is 62362 silver bearing solder. It's a 0.015 diameter. It's from Radio Shack as well, and it is a 64035. And there again, I don't know if you can find it at Radio Shack or not. You may be able to get it online, or you might be able to get something compatible. I like using this combo right here. Another thing you're going to need is a relatively decent soldering station. This happens to be mine, and of course I'm a little prejudiced. We sell these, but any one will work. And the tip I'm going to give you on most soldering applications is this is a 40-watt iron, and I don't think it ever leaves the maximum setting there. It has a pretty fine tip on it. Let me see if I can get it out of there. Has a pretty fine tip on it, which I prefer. Also has interchangeable tips. Anyway, those are the items you'll need to do this, and why don't we just get with it? Okay, when you open the kit, this is what you'll have. You'll have the LED board and mount. You'll have a little light diffuser, which basically all it does is tone down the blue color of the LED that's in here a little bit. You'll have 2 contact strips, and you'll have a roof diffuser in there, or a ceiling diffuser. The old packages used to have a little foil reflector in there, and they don't seem to be packaging that anymore. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this little yellow thing in front of this lens right here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to try and put the little yellow diffuser, let me get it straight here, into the front of this LED. And I've already dropped the circuit board out of this a little bit, well actually on both sides, but I'm holding it in place so it doesn't fall apart. I slip one side in, I pinch down on that with my finger. I don't know if you can get that. Anyway, I'm holding one side of it in and down with one hand. I lift the other side up and stick the other side of the diffuser in, and then clip the circuit board back in like so. And there, if I can get this focused, there is our little light diffuser installed in its position in the circuit board. That's how it goes. You have to fight it kind of a little bit, and as you can see, my camera didn't focus very well. But anyway, this is what you should wind up with. And at this time, what I'm going to tell you too, let me show you how to install this the Kato way first, and then I'll show you my way. But there our light is together. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the chassis out of the car. This happens to be a Superliner, Amtrak Superliner. we remove the floor out, and you want to pay attention on these, which is the front and the back of the car. Some of them have arrows inside. I don't off the top of my head see the arrow in this car. This is the actual interior, upper level interior that sits in there. And whether it's a regular car or it's a superliner car like this, this is the end that you're going to put the light into, right in here. And now that we have the bottom off of the car, let's get into installing the light onto this board. Okay, on this superliner car, we have an upper level deck, and as you can see, there's two metal strips there. Those metal strips are designed to go down on the metal strips that go down to the truck swivel here and make contact with the truck. I'm going to try and just clip this back into place here temporarily. It should clip into place. It's very loose, but it does clip into place. Now, you might have to hold this whole contraption together while you're doing this, but each one of your pickup strips go in either side of this mechanism here. Like so. And then per the Kato instructions, we have our light board with our two little legs hanging down. You're going to want to put them behind the raised portion of those metal tabs. Let me see if I can get in there. I think you can see that the metal strip coming down on the light board is behind the lump on the metal strip that goes in there and makes contact. Okay, so now I'm going to get down my little piece of test track and we're going to see if this light lights. Okay guys, I have my little test track set up. Normally if I'm doing 9 or 10 cars, I set this up in the beginning, but I just set it up here and I did turn the power on. As you can see, the light lights. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to make sure it stays lit. Not stays lit all the time the car is running, because all of these Kato lighting kits are subject to the wheels rolling on the track, and therefore they have a tendency to flicker a little bit. But I will show you how to make sure that they make contact down here with these strips, or how I put them in. Okay guys, the first thing I do is bend these little legs out a few degrees like so. Then I go ahead and insert this in there as if it was going to be inserted with the legs behind the pickup strips. And now, I'm not sure if you can see, hang on, let me get, you can see right here that the legs are actually just on the outside of the metal strips. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little flux in there, and I'm going to make a solder joint at each one of those locations. Okay, now you guys can see that I've made a solder joint between the leg of the LED and the metal contact strip. Now I don't ever solder anything where the contact strip slides into the frame itself there on anything, but I always solder the light board to the strips. That just makes it so you don't have a loose contact there of any kind. You don't have to worry about the little LED coming knocked loose and shipping or transporting the car or anything like that. And so this is the way I prefer to do it. And those little legs sticking out, they don't matter. They're going to clear the sides of the car. And we're going to show you how to put the light strip in there and put the car back together and see what she looks like. Okay guys, here's our light strip installed in the car. Down in here there's some little plastic clips that you can usually find. It's hard to spot. The lip side of this glass piece faces up towards you, and you want it down pretty close to this end so that your light board actually fits right in here and shines directly into the end right here. This diffuser, the big white part, actually goes at the away end from the LED. Now that that's in there, you'll probably have to hold the car upside down to make sure that doesn't come loose, and turn your whole mechanism upside down and stick it down in there. So we're going to try to do that and see what happens here. Okay, with a little bit of fussing and fighting there, I got the two pieces back inside the car. Okay, here's the car. Once we get the lights all back in it, the light board installed, you can see that it has a pretty good effect. And it's as simple as that, guys. Well, okay, guys, there you go. Getting that car together was a little bit on the difficult side. It didn't want to stay together. I guess I could have wrapped a little bit of tape on it to hold the upper level and the lower level together. Probably would have been advisable. But we got it together and the light works. And I hope this is helpful to you guys. And as usual, we'll see you the next time.